Hello everyone, welcome back to Gospel News, where we dey give you ogbonge information on as e take dey go. In case you never follow us on our social media handles, what are you waiting for? We dey for Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook, and we are bringing you back-to-back updates. Let's go straight to the reason why we are here. Now, before we get into this particular update that I want to break down for you, I would like to encourage you to share this video because it is very, very vital and also important for you to do that. Now, the update we are getting here is, has a link to one of the reasons why we see unknown gunmen going after Nigerian military, police, and all sort of checkpoints in the southeastern part of Nigeria. This checkpoint that has been disturbing souls in the southeastern part of Nigeria seems to be the only part in Nigeria where there are so much checkpoints that within every 2 meters or 3 meters you get a checkpoint where there is an ongoing extortion from motorists, bypassers, drivers, and everybody passing, even leggers. They still need to pay bribe on those checkpoints. Now, let it not be as if I'm the one saying it, or na me they talk am. Muna, just take a look at this. How Nigerian police army personnel ripped off over 600 billion naira from Southeast residents through illegal roadblocks. That is those military checkpoint, police checkpoint that you usually see in the Southeast. 600 billion naira. We are talking about the hardship in this region, but these people still have the morale, the guts, the mind to rip off this kind of amount. Is it not a shock to you? Despite all these checkpoints, Fulani terrorists are still carrying out their activities successfully. And at times, you see that the military are the ones who are shooting vigilantes who responded to repel Fulani invasion or terrorist attack in the same southeastern part of the country. But they also extort every living soul in that region. I'm going to also play you a video because here, I will also show you. So if we tell you something, we also show you video evidence of what we are saying. That's why we are here. We know they do bias judgment. I got this video from Amake. He says someone just sent me the video. It happened in Anambra State. Oh, this is Anambra where Governor Soludo is the governor. I'm going to play you that video. But let us look at how they ripped off this money and who came about it. Now, they said that an estimated 2.8 trillion naira was extorted at gunpoint from residents of southeastern Nigeria by various security agencies in 3 years between July 2020 and July 2023, according to a report by the International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law, Inter-Society. The report released on Monday titled "Criminal Monies Have Taken Over Security and Governance Duties in Eastern Nigeria." Since all these things have been reported, some of you who have been following me for a long time, this is not the first time that Inter-Society have brought us update on these extortions by the Nigerian security agencies. We have never heard any of these governors or senators or House of Reps members talk about it or condemn it or order the Nigerian security forces to leave those illegal checkpoints where this extortion is going on. They said that this was made available to Sahara reporters and is signed by the principal officers of Inter-Society, Emeka Ume Agbalasi, Chinwe Umeche, Obianuju Joy Ugbeli, Ndidiamaka C. Bernard, Chidemma Evangeline Udebunam, Ositademma Ago, and Samuel Kamna Yoko, Kamanyoko. Okay, these are the names of people Who signed for this report to be delivered to the general public? Let them know what we are passing through in the southeastern part of the country. A breakdown of various extortions unleashed on people of eastern Nigeria by the security agencies, according to the report, indicates that police and military roadblocks accounted for 670 billion naira. Police custodial extortions account for 200 billion naira. Crime proceeds converted by police account for 60 billion naira, while squandered governor's security votes amount to 400 billion naira, all from the southeastern part of the country. No wonder whenever there is this sit-at-home call, all of them go dey run kitty kata kata, because the military no go get wetin they chop on that particular day. The police checkpoint will be deserted because nobody will pay dues. So there are a lot of things, in as much as the sit-at-home has, negative and positive effect. We must all agree to that. Okay, so there are more reasons to the call to end the sit-at-home. All right, so I just want you to understand that. Others are extortions by militant government agencies, which the report put at 700 billion naira, while the military and police house burnings, lootings across the zone accounted for 150 billion naira. The amount extorted for police security to very important personalities, VIPs, and institutions in the southeast within the period under review account for 30 billion naira, and non-state ransoms, robberies account for 400 billion naira, while other crime proceeds from criminal entities accounted for 200 billion naira. When they see how the money take the exchange hands in the southeastern part of the country, that the Nigerian security forces are the leaders of these extortions. These extortions, according to the report, account for a 45% exodus of businesses from the southeast to the southwest, mainly Lagos, a development that was targeted to destroy the southeast economy, together with the government-inflicted insecurity in the region. Una dey hear am? So, what if this money has remained in the hands of the owners, who wants to use them for businesses, who wants to use them for different developmental projects, but it was forcefully ripped off from their hands by the Nigerian security forces, which means Southeast has lost this money, not to sit at home, but to extortions at different levels of checkpoint and highway kidnappings, Nigerian police patrol kidnappings, and illegal arrest. They say even burning of houses, because the Nigerian police has been burning properties, or if they just suspect you, somebody can just point fingers. Without investigation, this thing can happen. Now, the amount has risen from blue-collar corruption and other corrupt practices perpetrated by armed state actors and armed non-state actors cutting across the 11 eastern Nigerian states of Edo, Delta, Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi, Imo, Abia, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, and Rivers, a period covering July 2020 to July 2023. The whooping 2.8 trillion naira proceeds from the state actor and non-state actor criminal activities had come from police and military roadblocks to a tune of 670 billion naira. Governors squandered security votes of 400 billion naira. Extortions by militant government agencies for 700 billion naira. Police security to VIPs institutions equals to 30 billion naira. Military and police house burnings and stroke lootings is equivalent to 150 billion naira. Ransoms, robberies by armed non-state criminal entities equals to 400 billion naira, and other crime proceeds from armed non-state criminal entities equals to 200 billion naira, added to the estimated 660 billion naira police/military roadblock extortions is estimated to 200 billion naira arising from police custodial extortions. Example, bail fees and cash mobilization for arrests, investigations, and court arraignment. So if you don't even pay in the Southeast, police will not follow you to arrest somebody. Police will not follow you to do investigation. If you don't pay, there will be no investigation on your matter. So the poor continues to suffer without any help from anybody. And the government is aware of all these things happening, but they don't take actions against them. They say that also an estimated sum of 60 billion naira was also linked to gunpoint seizure and conversion of crime proceeds by various police crack squads across the 11 eastern states. Each example is gunpoint money transfers and cash seizure and conversion of the seized automobile, motorcycles, and other expensive personal belongings, especially those seized from the slain and the arrested citizens undergoing criminal investigations. The totality of the above is to say that criminal monies have taken over security and governance duties in eastern Nigeria, the report indicated. So what they are telling us here is that all these people that we are seeing, so that criminal activities have taken over their duty of the police and other security agencies in the Southeast. Intact Society, in the 7-page research report, explained that it was a follow-up from the main report of Tuesday, July 18, 2023, which identified 6 major triggers of insecurity and other unsafe conditions threatening Nigeria with genocide or complex humanitarian catastrophes in the past 8 years, or since June 2015. The report, however, queried whether or not the deployed security forces at eastern roadblocks and other extortionist government agencies are more criminal and atrocious than non-state criminal entities, and the criminalities the former are constitutionally mandated to uproot and contain. The research question above was sufficiently answered by this research report through its findings below, that the deployed security forces at eastern roadblocks and other extortionist government agencies are more criminal and atrocious than criminal entities and criminalities they are constitutionally mandated to uproot and to contain. What are they telling us here? They say that the criminalities, the atrocities that the Nigerian security agencies are committing are more than what you can, compare to other non-state actors, that the Nigerian security operatives are committing more crimes than any other person in this region. The research and investigative classification of the 2.8 trillion naira Eastern citizens' money seized at gunpoint across the 11 states of the region was done because the stolen amount was never traced to or reflected in legitimate government budgetary processes of the 11 eastern states. Such budgetary processes include legitimate incomes and expenditures standardized in international best practices. Though the governor's monthly security vote are part of the government legitimately generated income, their expenditures are crooked and expressly amounted to executive or gubernatorial thievery, as they are whimsically and capriciously spent without recourse to international accountability procedures or standardizations. The governor's security votes also record maddening and sickening increases over bloating at every shout of insecurity, which in most cases receive legislative rubber stamping through behind-the-scene briberies. Governor's security votes in Nigeria have become a conduit pipe through which public funds are mindlessly and incurably siphoned with impunity. According to the report, governors have been found to have hidden under insecurity or creation of same to whimsically and capriciously overbloat and siphon public funds. This is to the extent that out of every 5 billion naira received monthly as state's share of federal allocations, at least 1 billion naira is set aside and siphoned as monthly security vote by these our governors wey dey for Southeast. Now they see how our money take they go. You know, follow for the ones when these police officers and security agencies they thief. Just watch what happened in Anambra State, and we still have these police officers extorting people at every checkpoint. Watch.
Because very surprised. Sister,
Omo Chukwu
so, and all I go on the Fulani, and they may even have the Fulani, or what about the six. Even my young one, or the too much. No, hey, look at the wire.
Sister go see you off man.
Because the buy security. I deliver the security officer. What I am for? And where get security better take care of this woman. What I am for? So when on your food dinner, oh check, I need security. That go to another motor. The partner motor to leave.
Corolla.
Maybe don't quarter Corolla.
Corolla.
If you don't say you call, so go away.
Corolla. Corolla, guy, I need a journey at Keta. I do motor now. Ask Nedu Kunuma. Uzofuru, Enugu bypass. About you and a massive 8 o'clock on Caban. Can the Fulani block or dear sister, even Nakachaya in Oji. On your motor careful over Corolla, Raban can Jack area. Odanazia on a proper driver, Jawalona Fulavania. They be 18 cabin here, you for them.
Na near Anambra State. Anambra State. Soludo, you see person moto, how they take hunger. Try. Siam. And I said, Lotano Southeast, come back to Southeast. Share this video. Many people go Siam. Ona de Siam. This is Nigeria for you. This is Southeast. Despite all these security checkpoints, look at what we are getting. But they are there extorting billions of dollars, billions of naira from innocent citizens. After you succeed in crossing them violently, succeeded in crossing them by the grace of God, then you now go and settle police, settle military at different checkpoints. I go still come back with more updates. Muna, stay tuned to this very channel. God bless you.